that I've always wondered as somebody who isn't a dark romance reader is if dark romance readers ever sort of think about why in a male-female pairing things are always being done to the woman. The woman is more often than not the victim. I wonder if they ever question why these things are entertaining to them, these things are enjoyable to them, why the subjugation, the humiliation, the degradation, the callous treatment of women is something that they consume for pleasure. But it's hardly ever, or it's less frequent the other way around. And by the way, I'm not even advocating for that, because if you know anything about me, you know that I like my romance books to be sweet. I always say 2 steps away from diabetes, if not like full-on diabetes itself. I like sweet, I like soft, I like warm. And if I wanted to immerse myself in the suffering of women, I would just read the news cycle, or I would go to Reddit. I don't really need the suffering of women to be fictionalized for me. You could just immerse yourself in the world we live in and it would be just fine. In fact, it's even real. You don't even have to think. There's not a lot of imagining that you have to do because it is every day. But I think it's just interesting because when people talk about it being a consequence or as a result of the patriarchy, you have people sort of defending it and saying, no, everything is not the patriarchy. But if it's not that, then why is it that things are always being done to women? And do we ever question why we enjoy it? And why, when we are reading it, rather than alarm bells ringing, we are actually relaxing, enjoying it, vibing? I don't know. Let me know what you think, because I've never been able to get on board with dark romance. The thing about dark romance to me is that it just feels a little too close to reality. And if I wanted reality, I would just immerse myself in reality. I don't need to go and look for fiction for that. The everyday news cycle is, quite frankly, enough. So yeah.